What is going on, guys? My name is Jongasm. It has been over a week since I've seen you guys last, and for me that is way too long. I realize there are some channels out there, like even big channels, that usually go like a week or two without uploading a video, but for somebody who does like 2 or 3 a week, I'm already having withdrawals. I'll keep the details of my hiatus short, but essentially it was just college obligations and also getting sick that kept me from recording. Luckily though, I recovered just in time to talk about Pixar's upcoming release, The Good Dinosaur. I don't know if you guys get as excited for Pixar releases as I do, but I personally have been waiting on the edge of my seat since like June when the first trailer dropped. It's been a really long wait, but now the movie comes out in less than a week, and you can bet that I'm gonna go see it opening weekend. I've actually been finding lately that when I go to see a movie, the less I know about it, the more I enjoy it. Because with the way advertising works now, they're constantly shoving major plot details in the trailers, so by the time you go see the movie, you've seen all the exciting / funny parts. You really don't have that many surprises left. So I've actually taken to avoiding any and all news about movies that I'm excited for, like for example the new Star Wars movie, at the risk of avoiding all potential spoilers. The thing with The Good Dinosaur is that Disney is taking a new approach and not shoving major plot details down everybody's throats, so I actually got curious and decided to look them up myself. I realize that goes against like everything I just talked about, but I got curious. And with the movie being less than a week away, I assumed other people would be curious too, so why not just take all of the information I can find and condense it down into one convenient place? This video. So here it is, sort of a pre-Secrets of Cinema type deal. Everything you need to know about The Good Dinosaur. First off, the film takes place in an alternate universe where the Earth was never hit by an asteroid and dinosaurs never went extinct. So yeah, if you didn't guess from the title or that first line, dinosaurs are a main element of this movie. You can actually see some of the models for the dinosaurs used in this movie in Inside Out, one of Riley's memories. The main dinosaur we follow is an adorable Apatosaurus named Arlo, who's played by Raymond Ochoa. One day when traveling alone, Arlo falls into a river and is knocked unconscious by a rock. When he wakes up, he finds that the river has washed him far away from his home in the Clawed-Tooth Mountains, and he now has to get all the way back. On his way home, he befriends a human cave boy who he names Spot. Spot is played by Jack Bright. When it came to designing Arlo, the production team went to a zoo and studied the movement of elephants, which they used as a general guideline for his animation. Arlo was also designed so that the audience could identify with him in the sense of him being a boy and not a dinosaur. The filmmakers really didn't want the audience to think of him as just a regular animal. Instead, they wanted the focus to be on that Arlo is out of his element. He's lost in the wilderness and in danger of being killed. If you're sitting out there starving in the wilderness and you think of him as just a regular animal, you may just say, hey, why don't you turn around and eat some leaves off the trees? Like, he's an animal, so of course he's going to be able to do that if he wants, and the hypercritical people are going to point that out. But the point is that you're supposed to identify with him, like identify as him, where if you were put in that situation, you don't know what you would do either. The Good Dinosaur has been in production for a long time. It was announced all the way back in 2011. At that year's D23 Expo, it was revealed and given the fake title, the Untitled Pixar movie about dinosaurs. The real title, obviously being The Good Dinosaur, was released on April 24th, 2012. The original director for The Good Dinosaur, Bob Peterson, said his inspiration for this movie came from seeing the dinosaur animatronics for the first time as a child at the 1964 New York World's Fair. Bob Peterson unfortunately didn't stay on for the entire project though, despite the general plot line being his idea. After working on the film for about 2 years, he just struggled too much with writing the third act, so he was replaced. At this point, the release was already delayed from November of 2013 to May of 2014. And obviously, since you can tell that it wasn't released yet, it got pushed back again from that May to November of 2015. In between those delays, the plot actually went through an entire dismantling and reworking. As in, they almost completely wiped out what they had and started over. You see, originally, The Good Dinosaur was going to star Judy Greer, Neil Patrick Harris, Bill Hader, Lucas Neff, John Lithgow, Frances McDormand. It was going to be about dinosaurs living in an agrarian society and Arlo not quite fitting into it. These elements are still apparently part of the story, but the plot doesn't revolve around them. Instead, a shift was made from Arlo not fitting in and being ostracized to nature and the environment being the main antagonist. The logic with this was, with Arlo being a massive dinosaur, the antagonist needed to be even more massive than him. If you think about it, nature is tremendously huge and can overcome just about everything. Also, in my opinion, Disney has done enough main character doesn't fit in type storyline, so I'm excited to see that they changed it up. Obviously, with the environment being the bad guy, the animators needed to make it as realistically designed as possible. In order to achieve the needed realism, the animators traveled to the American Northwest. Specifically, they went to Wyoming, Oregon, and southern Montana. The production designer said that they studied all of these environments as well as the nature elements within them and incorporated it all into Arlo's journey home. In addition to the rigorous first-hand exploring, apparently the animators also used Google satellite images from Google Earth to help them with the designing of the environment. That, I think, is pretty interesting. Now, for future Everything You Need to Know episodes, I don't plan on always closing out with my favorite piece of trivia. But out of everything I read, I really did find this next bit to be the most interesting. This is actually the first Pixar movie to feature three-dimensional clouds. In all previous Pixar movies, the clouds have been painted onto the background. The photography director explained the change by saying that storm clouds are almost like a villain in the movie. Plus, it's also very labor intensive to have somebody paint all of the clouds because they're essentially in every scene. These particular clouds they're able to render and add light to, which is something that they have never done in a Pixar movie before. Maybe it's because I'm a nerd and really love that behind the scenes stuff, but I think that was a really, really cool bit of information. Because if you think about it, like they have these three-dimensional clouds here, they put a real sun up here, and then the light will be blocked by the cloud that they put there earlier, and they don't have to strategically go through and remove all of the bits of light and everything, and realistic shadows are going to be part of it. So it seems that despite all of the crazy delays and the production team changes and the plot changes, The Good Dinosaur is going to be a pretty awesome movie. I, for one, am very excited and plan on going to see this opening weekend with my girlfriend, of course, because I'm not the type of person to go see a children's movie by myself. Also, she's probably more excited for this than I am. But what do you guys think? Are you excited for this movie? Are you going to pass on this one? Let me know in the comment section down below. Afterwards, if you could hit that like button, it would be greatly appreciated. It takes about a second, and it lets me know you care. If you know anyone else who's excited for The Good Dinosaur, or you just need to convince a friend to go see the movie with you so you're not the only adult in the theater full of children, make sure you share this video with them. You can share it on their Facebook wall, you can tweet it at them, you can copy the URL up above, write it on a piece of parchment, tie it to a pigeon, and then send it to their house. Also, don't forget that subscribe button is there for a reason. I'm going to be uploading these types of videos with every major release from Disney and Pixar and possibly DreamWorks. Thank you for stopping by, you guys, and I hope to see you very soon. Hope your vidgasm wasn't too messy.